Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sen Talk. Guys, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Come on. Please subscribe, please share, please comment, please like. It helps with the algorithm as well. And my passion is that more families know about my channel because people need support, and even though I can't be there in person, I just want to inform others and raise awareness. So guys, we are now in the month of April, and this month is so special to us on so many different levels. So my son, Callum, he turns 8 this month. 8 years old. I can't believe it. It was just like yesterday that he was in my arms as a newborn. It's also mine and my husband's birthday, and we're going to be years old. And also, it's the month of autism awareness. It's Autism Awareness Month, and we've got lots to celebrate, you know, achievements, progress. Watch this space.
Also guys, I've got an amazing interview coming up at the end of April with an adult with autism. You don't want to miss it.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of recording information, okay? When I mean record, I don't necessarily mean picking up your mobile phone and recording in that sense, but how we write down information. So just a few tips really. I'm sure there are parents that have been doing this for years, and if you've got any further tips, advice for those parents starting out, please leave your comments in the comments section. Yeah, let's go. So, recording information. I wish I was told some of this. I mean, some of it might seem quite simple, but I didn't think of it. So let's start with tip number 1. Whenever you're on the phone, okay, whether it's speaking to any medical professional like a GP, a paediatrician, or their receptionist or PA, ask them what their name is. Most times a GP would, when they call you, especially where a lot of them aren't seeing people face to face. I think that is changing now. But you know, when they call you, they'll say it's Dr. So-and-so. So make sure you have a pen close by, or whatever device. I'm a bit old school, I still like the pen and paper. So take down their name, take down the date that you spoke to them, write down the time that you spoke to them, and briefly write down what the discussion was about. So was it a concern that you had about your child? Okay. Spoke to Dr. Sally today on the 22nd of April, and I spoke about concerns about my child's eating habits, or my child not sleeping very well, or my child being extremely hyper. Whatever it is, note it down. Because what you'll find is you're going to be in the system where things will start to speed up a bit, and you'll have appointments. And when you are seen by the paediatrician, you may be a little bit overwhelmed. So at least if you've got something recorded, you can refer to it, because sometimes when we're in front of professionals, things go out your mind. You might have so much going on because you've had to wait so long, and it's like, right, now I'm in this appointment. What was it that I wanted to share? Okay, so have it recorded down. Tip number 2, I found that having a separate diary or calendar really helped when it came to recording my son's appointments, the concerns I had as well, progress, or even conversations that I've had with professionals, as I mentioned in tip number 1. Now, you don't have to, and I know people have devices now. You can record, you can write on your phone, you can write on your tablet. For me, I like to have a backup, just in case your tablet needs charging or there's a glitch with your phone, you've got that record on your calendar that you could just take from the wall, take from your table, and just be like, okay, on this date, this was the conversation I had with this person about these concerns. Or on this date, my child has an appointment with speech and language. Alternatively, of course, you can use the same calendar that you use for the rest of your family. But I find that when those appointments come, and they will come, you know, after that quiet period that I spoke about in the last video where you're waiting and waiting, particularly if you're going to apply for an EHC plan and you initially have your needs assessment, that, you know, that's going to be another video. All of a sudden, it's like, whoosh, there's an appointment for speech and language, there's an appointment for EdPsych, there's an appointment with the nursery, there's an appointment with the Senko, there's an appointment with the pediatrician, there's an appointment with occupational therapy. It's just like, it's a full-time job. And I can see why some parents choose not to work, because they can't. They have to care for their child, their young person, and they have to also make sure they're on top of these appointments because they are so crucial and we don't want to miss any appointment. So, of course, you can use the same calendar. I just found that there was so much information to write that I prefer to use something separate. Another reason why I think it's ideal to have a separate calendar or diary is, I know there's some people that will throw out old diaries. I don't like to throw anything away, to be honest, but so say, for example, you might have thrown away the calendar for 2021 or 2020. You know, we have to record the progress of our child or concerns of our child. So in 2020, your child might have been speaking more words than he or she was doing in 2021. For me, I wouldn't necessarily throw away those calendars because I can actually cross-reference, and then when I then see the pediatrician or occupational therapist or whoever it is, I can say, I don't have to take the calendars. Could you imagine walking through and like, you're right, do you need help? But on your device, you could then say, around this time, my child was speaking a lot better, or his mobility was really good. But then I noticed 6 months later, it declined. It's really important to know the information. We observe it day in and day out, don't we? But sometimes we might forget. So try and record it in something like a calendar or diary, as I said, to cross-reference dates. If not, use your device. Just make sure it's recorded somewhere. The next point really, it really ties in to the other tips I've mentioned, is that when you are in front of that professional, at times you can feel nervous, you might be a little bit overwhelmed, you might actually feel quite calm, you might be annoyed because you've had to wait so long. You just don't know what your emotions are going to be on that day. And sometimes we can preempt how we're going to be at an appointment. I don't know about you, but sometimes leading up to the appointment, I'm visualizing myself sat in front of the doctor or whoever it is, and I'm visualizing myself sharing everything and feeling satisfied in my head leaving that office. But the reality is sometimes it's like, oh, who's done this before? I should have said, or why did I mention that? Or you're about to say something, you're waiting for the professional to stop speaking so that you can share something, and then suddenly that just disappears out of your mind. So having these things in front of you, conversations that you've had with key people that are relevant to the assessment, or having it recorded on a diary or calendar or whatever device suits you, you have that to hand so that you can inform the assessment, you know, because sometimes a professional might say, oh, but he's all right, she's all right. You know, that it's that day that that child's actually doing really well. doesn't mean that the whole assessment should be concluded on, well, little Billy's okay or little Sally's okay, because on the day that the parents brought them in, they were sat down quietly, they were smiling. No, we shouldn't just conclude on one day. So you're bringing all that expertise, yeah? You may not have gone to uni, you may not have gone to college and got the same degrees or the masters or the doctorate, whatever it's called, as the professional, but you are an expert in your own right. You are an expert by your experience. And so you live with the child day in, day out. You see, you observe the good days and the bad days. So your information is just as crucial. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If you feel that it has, or if you feel that it could benefit other families, please, as I said at the start of the video, share this channel, share this video with them. Okay, so as I say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and we're in this together. Take care. Bye.